Assalamu alaikum, students. Hope that you would be safe and sound, keeping social distancing by cleaning even your hands, and safe stay at home would be the mandatory requirement of the conditions, situations. You know, students, unfortunately, this virus, COVID-19, has made our life very miserable. However, we try to our level best to learn from distant learning in order to boost up our mental approach properly. Dear student, today I continue my topic from rule number 6, as I have discussed to you rule number from 1 to 6 of this topic, subject-verb agreement. Sometimes we call it error of proximity. I just tell you in recap or in recapitulation that in previous 5 rules, we discuss the conjunction and and how this and plays role in subject-verb agreement. We knew from the first rule that when we put and between two subjects, generally we use plural verb. But in second rule, we see that when we put and have two subjects, what is there? That they show just single person's idea, and in this way we put singular verb there, and that was different between the both. But in the third rule, we discuss when we have two subjects, in mid of there is an and, we will identify something else is that is what that we have to see whether there is personal pronoun or possessive pronoun or pronoun either in first place or in second place. We see in this regards. Sometime we see articles in rule number 4, articles a, n are there. If they are written in both sides, we will consider verb as a plural, but if it is mentioned in the first subject, not in the second one, we keep the position of the verb as singular one. This was our previous topic. Now coming towards the rule number 6, reference exercise number 3 and 4 from prose book first year. I suggest you one thing more. When I will finish up this rules today, in today's session, you must have a textbook of first year prose so that we may discuss the examples from there. Now coming towards the rule number 6, when two nouns qualified by each and every, these are a determiner of pronouns. They show their subjects in this way, although connected by and. 5 ands we have discussed. This is 6th one. Although connected by and, they require a singular verb. See, where there is every, where there is each, what we have to do? We have to put even there singular verb. and we have to use and. See, here there is a word every and every. Here is each and each. Here is every and every. We understand this one, and is there. Coming towards each, there is no any each, but each laid and each less. Every, there is no every. Every, there is no anything regarding each and everything in this way. So we have to think about that. Coming towards examples, again I am studying the rule number 6. When two nouns qualified by each or every, although connected by and, they require a singular verb. Now we are very much clear that where there is every and each, we have to put singular verb there. You know what are the singular verbs? I have told you that singular verbs are identified is, am, was, or whenever we have the first present indefinite, we have to identify whether the verb has s or es, it would be denoted as singular verb. Somehow that some are plural and singulars, and I have told you all these things together. Now coming the examples. Everybody and every girl was given sweets. Every boy and every girl was given sweets. See, every boy and every girl, and is there, but even though what is there, that is was. Because of this every, each son and each daughter of Aslam is educated. Third sentence, every day and every night brings its own pleasure. Each boy and each girl has. See, here is, here is brings, here is, here is was. They show what? They are singular verbs because of determiner each and every. Second one, each late and less. These are the same as boy and girl. Late means boy, less means girl. Each day late and less in the class understands. S is there. Understand the questions. Every man and woman on this earth has to die one day. See, again there is a singular verb. Every person in the auditorium stands and applauds to the orator. That is again what we can say in this way. See, this is the rule. Shows each and every, requires, even though we have the and, requires what? Requires singular verbs. Now coming rule number 7. From the subjects, subject is divided into two parts, noun and pronoun. Here there is a subject of distributive pronoun. What is distributive pronoun? Same determiner each and every when they are singular. See, the distributive pronouns each and every take singular verbs. How? See, it's very confusing one, but we have to understand. As I have told you, whenever you see each and every, it requires singular verbs. But here, of, after each. Each of us has a book. Each of us. Student will be confused that there is a plural pronoun. How can we put s? But we have to see that this determines as well as singular one. Each of us has a book. It shows that each of us means there is an individuality of anyone. Each of the children, see, there is an even plural, but each of us, everyone is given equal individual importance, and that's why we are showing, or we are making harmonizing, making parallelism between the subject and the verb. Each of the children ate the party. Because of the each, we will put was there. each because of that we have to guess. Every one of these citizen should defend his motherland. Now from every to where is every one of the citizens should defend his motherland. Each of them does have political ambition. Every one of the sentences you wrote was wrong. That is taken from your textbook, exercise 4 or 3. Each of the books is required me. These are each of, and then you put singular subject or plural subject, countable or uncountable, then you have to put singular verb because of each and every of this thing. Rule number 8 shows what? The distributive pronoun. The distributive pronoun neither, either, neither, either. That is, the both pronunciations are same. Whether you say neither or neither, whether you say either or either, are singular and require singular verb, even though they seem to be referring to sense of two things. See, two things, referring to two things. When you will read out, when you will listen such kind of sentences, you will even perceive that we are talking about more than one. See, sentence is here, sense of two things. See, neither of two traffic lights. We'll think about initially that we are talking about what? That two traffic lights are there. That's why we have to put plural verb. Now that is not there. Neither of two traffic lights. Now, when that is neither of two, when that kind of sentence is there, then we put whether is, whether is, whether was. I mean, put singular verb there. Neither of two traffic lights. जो मतलब ये थी बिनीमा का vehicle. Neither of two traffic lights is working. It means even the meaning of that one is both, but we are talking about either because of individual. Either of the books is sufficient for him. Either of the books. One of them. Two books are there, one of two. Two books are there, but we are focusing individual or singular or one book is there. Third one is either genders. Either genders. I have read in a book sometime is a mother bears either sex. I thought that what either means here, either means both genders. She bears or she produces both genders, I mean male and female. Here the sentence is like that. Either genders plays reproductive role in generations. I mean either genders means both genders, either. Talking about this way, but this means one of the gender, individual genders thinks about that. Second one is neither of the boys is eligible for selection. You know what is eligible? Eligible means you are now preparing for entrance test, and if you have proper criteria to appear in any entrance examinations, you must have intermediate in good grades, you must have age, you must not have gap. I mean requirement, you can apply fitness, fruit for anything. That would be called eligible. The opposite word of that one is eligible. Other words are even confusing us as the sound. Sometimes we say both words in sound legible and ineligible and ineligible. Legible and illegible. Sometimes the words this is eligible and other words is illegible. Eligible we see. If I say write illegibly, your writing is legible. Legible writing means what? it means that when you are writing not in a good way, we can say this writing is illegible. I, not E. But when we are talking about write legibly, means write clearly. These are the 4 words we have to understand from paronyms, homonyms, words are there, we'll understand from the next topic. Second one is, neither of the statements is true. Neither of the statements is true. We are talking about in this regards. So these are the 3 sort of sentences where we have to see every and either or each and then of and plural. Both these takes singular verbs in this regards. However, sometimes we are making parallelism, sometimes we are making sort of harmonizing sentences and become very confused whether we have to put singular or verb. But these are the identifications, these are the symbols, clues that wherever we have sentences in every, even though we have and, we have to put was in this portion. Whenever we have every or each and use what? Not and but of, us, of, any plural. Even though we have to put singular verbs, there the rule is there. Wherever we have neither, either, and then we have of and then plural object, it would be to, or to, place, voice, statements. These are written in this way, but it would be understood that these are 2 subjects, 2 things. That's why we put there what? We have to put singular verb there because of either or neither in this case. Now we have another rule that is about either or neither or nor. We'll see in the next slide.